It is stunning to me that the majority of people that are watching this right now have first world problems. I see so many young people, rightfully so, and it makes me admire them, be so altruistic, yet they're so weak inside themselves. They act as though they want to help the world as a way to build it's a facade, it's ego. And that's fine, and it's a lot better than other things, so I don't judge. It's just, I wasn't able to give this much back until I scratched a couple things for myself.
I'm stuck, I'm in a rut.
Because
I just finished army, just 2 years, so I just came by, I really don't know what I want to do. I think I find out right now.
You've got to try stuff. The biggest reason you don't know what you want to do is you haven't tasted enough things, and the biggest reason you're not tasting enough things is you're worried about finding it too fast. It's patience.
Lost in life?
It's patience. Okay. You can't be lost in life when you're this young. You just have to change your mindset. Like, to me, when I look around this many people being in their 20s, like everybody's judging themselves way too early. What I would do is gather as many experiences as possible. Almost everything is perspective. Like I think I'm just starting, so imagine what I think for most of you. Patience.
Thank you so much.
Patience. Whether it's your parents or yourself or people, everybody's trying to prove something so early. Right. Too many people view post-university as like, oh shit, this is now real and I'm lost. They don't put it in the context of being alive for 100 years and realizing they're only 20% of the way done. Everybody's got strengths and weaknesses. What a 60-year-old has is experience but doesn't have time. So they trade on experience. What youth has is time. You can literally do 4 different things over the next 2 years, 6 months at a time to figure out everything that you think you might like, you should try to do. But that's not what people tell you to do.
Yeah, they tell you to get a job.
You're not lost in life, you're just early in the process. You know what I mean? Okay. You're lost by other people's standards, not by your actual, if you actually took it practically, you haven't even started. My big thing is that people's fears are predicated on other people. You're allowing other people's opinions to dictate your life. Letting somebody else dictate your life is immediate unhappiness. You're not in control. There is nothing more difficult than navigating your life based on somebody else's opinion. You actually care about what your dad or mom or grandma or husband or wife or daughter or son is gonna say about you if you do this thing. It doesn't matter what they think. When you're fucking 92 and you're sitting there, you're not gonna give a shit about what Punk Man 96 had to say, or even what your aunt had to say, who's miserable because she never got hers, so she's trying to keep you down. Negative people latch on to positive people and try to seclude them from the world because that's their energy. In work, I see it every day. In life, I see it every day. It's just what it is. I hate how many people judge other people without having all the context. Every time you fucking judge, you make yourself vulnerable. 99.9% of people that you judge or have opinions on, you have no idea what the fuck is actually happening in their lives. Like, you don't fucking know what's going on in somebody's fucking home. Everybody sucks at something, right? Like, we all have shortcomings. And for me, it's like, why don't we just audit that? Like, why don't we just look at it that way and be like, all right, well, I'm good at this, but I'm not good at that. Like, everybody's so absolute. Are you really not gonna live your life based on somebody's anonymous fucking icon feedback that you suck? They fucking suck. Go do your thing. Don't listen to anybody but what's in your fucking mind and your fucking heart. And not living a life where you allow other people's judgment to dictate your behavior. You're letting your homie or your aunt or somebody else shit on you. It's going in your head, and now you think you're shitting on yourself. You're valuing somebody else's opinion too much. So many of you are gonna be resentful and blame somebody else besides yourself. It's your fault that you're not doing your thing, and so the reason I think it's happening is the judgment of others. It's the same shit from 4th and 5th grade that we developed. This is very complicated, but unbelievably simple. You're worried about what other people think. You give up on that shit and you're clean and you can go, and all of a sudden, it's not how much money you have or how much time you have. You just see that you can do it. Money ain't time, ain't shit of holding you back compared to your worry about other people's opinions. Do you know what it's like to be in your own head and nothing else matters? Do you know what it feels like to give a shit so much about what everybody thinks yet not care at all? Do you know that when I leave here, I'm gonna look at every single tweet about this talk, and if somebody said, I'm gonna be devastated like I fucking died, yet equally don't give a fuck? When you can get to that place, amazing shit happens. You know why? Because you stop being scared. And I want that for every fucking person, because let me tell you something, it fucking is the best. You only have one life, and it's much better to live it for yourself than somebody else.
400 trillion to 1.
That's it, baby. 400 trillion to 1. When you understand that math, how can't you live your life? That's how rare it is to be a human being. You've been given this ridiculous triple miracle. You've got one at bat, please do something about it. We are living through the greatest era to be alive ever. Yes, there's stuff. I got news for you, there's always stuff. But when you take control of your at bat, when you put it all on yourself, when it's your fault and your wins, when you own it, that's when it starts happening. So please, please squeeze the shit out of your one life. It's impossible to be a human being. You won. I don't know how to get upset after that. I keep shit in perspective. You know why I'm always happy? I blame myself. When you blame yourself for real, you're gonna always be happy. Because you don't feel like somebody else controls you. This is the reason I'm happy 24/7, 365 for the rest of my life. 400 trillion to 1. The odds of becoming a human being. It's about eliminating being at the mercy of anything or anyone. Like, I just don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. You gotta start with yourself, because when you're actually allowing other people to get in, you're vulnerable. On me, on me, on me. My fault. There's nothing you can say. My big thing is, don't complain. You're in control. So many people are keyboard activists, right? Everybody's good at sending a tweet about how the world should be, and nobody's doing anything about it, and that is just very much human nature. If you're complaining, do something about it. I don't know if anybody knows, but slavery's been gone for a while. Your boss might be the biggest jerk of all time, but guess what? You can go get another job. Right now, wrap your head around this ridiculous gift that you were given. It's called life. You're using your fucking eyes to watch this and your ears to listen. Go step out and do your thing. The one thing you've always wanted to do, or the 10, 50, 100 things you've always tried to do. Because the only thing that's keeping you back is the other people that are judging you, and who gives a fuck about them? Are you scared to do it because your parents won't like it?
No, my parents actually support me.
Okay, so what are you scared of, failing?
Not failing, but still being at the same place when my friends are at the next level.
Huge mistake. You don't want the same thing your friends want.
No.
So why the fuck do you care what they have? The biggest reason people are unhappy right now is because they value somebody else's opinion more than they value their own. Have the conversation with the person that's holding you back. The reason most people who are listening right now are not doing that thing is they're worried about the opinion of somebody. I am so devastated that you actually let your grandma's point of view, your mom, your dad, your sister, your aunt, you still let somebody else dictate based on their opinion every action you do, and it's your life. The reason I'm super happy is nobody can tell me nothing. My wife, mom, and daughter could walk into my room right now, tell me I'm a piece of crap, and I would be 100% unfazed. That is some gangster emotional structure. If you're not feeling it, find new friends. I'm being dead serious about this. This one is real big for me. The only way I've seen, now that I'm older, that you can build confidence is if you surround yourself with people that are optimistic. Start trimming your friend group and start adding to your friend group predicated on what you want to be. Like, it's unbelievable what happened to me when I got into the Silicon Valley world and started meeting like Mark Zuckerberg and like Ev Williams and like Travis. Like, it changed my life. Everybody in this room needs to cut out as much of the noise and time with people that are negative and spend as much time with people that are positive. The people you spend time with are the ones that dictate your mindset. You can limit your time with your mom. You can limit your time with your best friend. You could tell your girlfriend or husband to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
You fucking roll up on your dad, your mom, your sister and say, fuck you, I'm out. Because you're fucking toxic, I'll see you in 6 years if you figure out why the fuck I left. You're accepting to be in that relationship. If you feel motivated by this conversation or you're intrigued by it, add one new winner friend. Like, you know what I mean? Add one new winner friend and cut one loser friend.
I feel like even when I give it away and I don't speak to them, the chatter of them talk like
that means that means you value their opinion.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Please let this be the video that drills through your head that your life is predicated on when you get real quiet and you can't hear another fucking person's 2 cents that has nothing to do with you and everything to do with where they are in life. Are you really gonna let those 8 or 9 people dictate your life? Because you are so fearful of judgment from others that at the end of the day, when you're 87, you will not give a fuck about.